Hey YouTube, it's been a while. Haven't really been filming much. Trying to save you the boring of a quick house. Just something that just needs minor repair, minor work. That's how this house here was supposed to be. Just a quick come in, finish it up, move out, move to the next one. But this one is not playing that way. So I'll show you what I'm dealing with. Okay. So we are in one of the front bedrooms, and when we started there was no baseboards at all. So I've already gone in and put all new baseboards in, which made a huge difference on how it looked. Well, right here we still got to finish painting this, but the paint was peeling on there and we had to fix the door. Well, this trim was missing and this piece here was ripped in two, like they had a pull-up bar and they ripped that whole jamb out. So did a repair on that. Just got to finish this door. Scrubbed and cleaned this entire carpet, because whoever come in here and painted these walls, they textured and they looked like they had throw blankets down, but along the edge of the wall, about 1 inch around, they did not. So all the ways around this room had to be hand scrubbed and scraped, because that plaster and paint wouldn't come up with the crap. And then I didn't paint the room, so I didn't paint the ceiling, but we went back in and had to cut the paint in all the ways around the roof line to the ceiling, because they did not do that. So this room is pretty much complete, other than a final mop in here, clean the ceiling fan. I got a broken window here, as you can see. I've got to take the outer storm glass off to have access to install it. And then I got to make these windows open because they painted them shut. And then I've got new locks to put on them, so they got to be lockable. So I've got locks for them. And then the closet, I had gaps in the floor, so I fixed the floor. I don't have any light in here. And I put a nice piece of carpet down, and then I had to pull this drywall off to have access to the plumbing behind there, because the plumbing for the shower was messed up. So again, I didn't paint this room, but we cleaned up the gaps in the wall over there, some white silicone. This right here was apparently for an old light. They had a pull string on it, but they took it out and left bare wires. So we just wire nutted them and put a block off cover and did a repair up there, because that was all hanging down and messed up. So carpet looked pretty good in here. I'm happy how it turned out. But this room here is pretty much clean. There's the glass for this window, and there's two others missing. This just needs a quick wipe down. Locks put in, windows made open. This door needs finished up paint. Put trim in around the hallway, scrubbed and cleaned the floor, because you ever walk through dog poop and tracked it through a house and then just kept tracking and tracking and tracking? Yeah, that's how this was. Replaced the air filter, did some touch-up paint around the light fixture, did some touch-up paint around here because they didn't finish painting any of that. I still got to reattach this. The bathroom, the toilet, they had a broken toilet seat on it, so I replaced it. The toilet had paint and texture all over it, so I had to scrub and clean the toilet. I scrubbed and cleaned the sink, replaced the faucet because the faucet was messed up, scrubbed and cleaned the vanity, changed the light bulbs and the light fixture, and fixed the drains on here because that was leaking, and again put trim around the room. And I got a new door handle, because this one's, they smashed it against the wall and this one doesn't work. So, and I still got to put a light switch cover, but I got to notch the light cover to fit that. So that's another thing I got to do. And the tub, it's like clear silicone, white paint, and dirty fingerprints, and just all kinds of trash and demo stuff in the drains. Had to clean all this out. And then the faucet assembly, when you looked at it, it would stick. This was actually sticking out to right here because it met the copper joint where this here screwed on because it was all pushed to the wall, and then it was all just really sloppy. And then this was really sloppy, and this here stuck out about that far. It was really sloppy. So, and then whoever installed it had this upside down, so it didn't work right. And it was leaking all over the place. So we put all brand new in there. Got that all brand new. And cleaned the tub. And like I said, we're still working on the house. So everything's gonna get a final wipe down, good clean before it's all said and done. But I'd have to say, at all the rooms, this one right here was probably the grossest room I've ever worked on. Even the squatter house, I would say, was cleaner than this room right here. They had carpet in here. Somebody had carpet and they had pulled it out. And I'd imagine it was covered out or pulled out because of the amount of feces. And I didn't see it because I didn't take it out. But by the way this hardwood floor is, or was, the feces had to have been so bad. Well, you can see where the urine had soaked into the wood in the closet. And over here in this corner, because this corner slopes down this way, so the urine just kind of this way. And we scrubbed the snot out of this entire floor. SOS pads, scrubbers, simple green, all-purpose cleaners, some lemon juice stuff. I even got some crud cutters, some SOS pads. Hand scrub this floor. And is it perfect? No, by no means. But I still got to go back over and wipe it one more time. But it looks a million times better than it did. And like I said, when we first came into this house, this floor just looked really, really dirty. You didn't have that smell. And then when you started actually putting the baseboards in and started looking at everything, it's like, this is feces. This is really, really gross. So we've spent a lot of time cleaning this floor. This is another room I got to get the windows open and closed. This one's pointed partly open, but I got locks for them. But he's touched up around the border of the ceiling. This light fixture, this is what I'm talking about. I don't know if you can see it or not, but they've textured the light fixtures and lights and the globes, and we still got to clean up all that. Get all that cleaned up because they didn't take the time to do any of that. And then in this closet, scrubbed and cleaned. And as well, put a block off cover because the wiring for a light fixture, exposed wires. So we blocked that off. But we're making progress. We ain't really got a lot of hours in this house yet because, you know, put, I don't know, 8 hours in one day. And then a couple hours and I had to go do other stuff. But this is what the living room, we ain't done anything in the living room except for he went through and touched up the border. Still got to clean the light fixture. But like I said, no baseboards anywhere in this house. They pulled them all out and eliminated them. Got a window out there, got to take off. I got to pull a storm window to get the new glass in there. But we repainted the inside of the closet, my son did. All this new trim here. Got to cut it and finish up that room in there because it's not complete. And then I got to move in here and get this done. Then the kitchen's a whole story. Got to put trim in around here, behind the refrigerator. These cabinets are mildewing here along the bottom. So I bought, a viewer recommended some crud cutter. I got the oven cleaner stuff, wasn't paying attention. But I got smoke detectors, and here's my locks. And then I got a clean out outside that needs that. And then there's that other missing window here. And then of course all this has got to be repainted. He's fighting a little ceiling fan. I'm gonna clean that light fixture and put a globe on it. And this just needs a good wipe down in here. This door needs repaired. Back here, really not much, just needs a sweeping in here. So this is actually one of the better rooms of the entire house. New water heater, updated panel. But it just needs a good sweeping in here. But we're working our way from the bedrooms to living room back in this direction of the house. Oops. Put all new door locks and deadbolts in. Got all that squared away. Yeah, you fix this. Coming outside, someone's janky electrical out here, so that's not code. And they've got it in here to an open box, so it's 50 degrees outside. So I've got to disconnect it up there, and I'm going to eliminate this wire because it's a safety issue, and I'll show you why. But out here, pretty much just going to trim up the tree here around the deck, get rid of this thing. I got some grip strips to put on the deck here because that's slick. I got to figure out how or what to do with this because it's open, and I don't know if I should just what I need to do to that yet. But all these vines need to get off the house, or get as much of them off the house as I possibly can. But yeah, there was something here, I threw it away already. Yeah, I love this. I don't know how tight that is. Little walkway. Get down through here. That's pretty slick. And all back here needs a good, all the vines need pulled off the house. I think I'm going to take this section of fence out because there's no reason for it. In here, all this needs cleaned out. This is a bunch of hay and trash. And then you look in here at the electrical, it's just hanging out. And then they've got it tied, electrical extension cord. That's bare wires right there for the light that's working outside. So yeah, it's pretty sketchy in here. Then you come in here and there's a whole bunch of trash in here that needs to be cleaned out. This won't take long, maybe an hour or so to get this all cleaned up and looking decent in here. I think it's got a dirt floor in it, so we just gotta clean this up, straighten all this up back here, pull these vines off the house. I'm hoping I can get this vine off without tearing up that screen. Cut this tree out. Okay, I got the clean out cover I got to put on. And then I like how this side of the house is. It does not have those little awning deals. I'll show you what I'm talking about. But this section of fence from here to on the other side of that tree is going to come out. And this tree is going to go away. That tree needs to go away. It's dead. This one doesn't really need to go away, but these upper branches got to come down. All this has got to be cleaned up because he's in the works of building a brand new house right here. So that's where that's going to be. So I don't know what to do with this little makeshift pond thing back here, but got to go through this yard and pick up all the trash in it. I got to get a hold of the guy to have him come get his mower and his stuff that he's got. Another reason why I need an outside addition, there's a plug-in right there, and it's not GFI, and it's open to the elements. So that's not code. So come through here and I'll show you what's going on here. Let's see, more trash. There's a string of Christmas lights. This whole fence is about ready to fall over anyways. If it wasn't for this thing right here, this would already have fallen over. But I'm gonna take this section right here of this 3-footer fence, and I'm gonna come off the corner of the house and tie it back into itself, and then everything from here this way is coming out. I'm gonna pull it all out because, like I said, he's opening this property up here to build a new house. So this fence is irregular. It looks like it's in good shape because it's painted. Well, that's because it's painted. That's why it looks like it's in decent shape. I gotta dig this up. That sucker's 2 feet down. So about 18 inches if you count up above that pipe. But this has got to go away because one, the base is busted. It's a live electrical and I got to figure out how to get rid of it. But see, it's got these little things here in the front of the house. I'm okay with the ones in the front of the house, but I like the cleaner look. I see I got to repair this gate. But I like the cleaner look. It's got a nice little yard here. It's a nice, beautiful home. But I'm going to take this one off because I think it'll look better with it gone. Plus, in reality, I have to take it off anyways to remove the storm window because I cannot get access to the screws up there for the storm window because this is a window that's busted out. And I got to take this one off as well to have access to, well, it's actually screwed on top of the storm window, and I've got to pull the storm window off to replace the glass because I cannot take the windows apart. So these two here on this side of the house, we're just going to get rid of. And then I got to get my angle grinder and cut this chain. I'm not going to destroy the lock because the guy has a set of keys, but I will cut it on this side of the chain so I can get in and out through here. And then, like I said, all these vines, these got to go. But that's where we're at. That's where we're at right now. Today makes actually, I think, day 3 on this house. I really wanted to get it done in 2 days. That was my goal. But I've had to stop off and go do sewer lines at other, or not sewer line, but I had to go do some plumbing at another house. Rotor-root the system because it was backed up. And then change some faucets and plumbing in there. But that took like a few hours or so. But back on this one here, we've been on this one almost all day. Well, I had to go back and re-rotor-root that toilet again because they said it wasn't flushing right again. I went back and didn't find anything, and it was working fine when I got there. So I don't know what the deal was, but I was only there for a few minutes. Rotor-rooted it, pulled the toilet, checked it, nothing. So I told them it's either on the city side or they're flushing too much toilet paper, one of the two. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna keep filming on this one until it's complete. This is fairly slick. I'm gonna see if I can get some of them Gorilla strips on this little ramp thing over here. Oh, I can't go through this door, it's locked. But I'll go through this gate that I kicked in, or kicked open. I'll fix it. But yeah, landscaping is another thing that's going to take place on this one here. I got some trees that's got to be trimmed up, some around the fence area that needs attention. Not really much work going on. Well, not video work getting done on this house, but you know, I'll show you updates on the house as we move forward on it. If I don't get it done today, I'll definitely get it done tomorrow. So we'll get it worked up. But the biggest thing is, good gosh, the smell and the scrubbing. That'd take forever. So we're gonna continue on. I think I'm past all that, so I'm gonna paint them doors. I'm gonna put the trim in the rest of the way. I'm gonna clean those light fixtures, and I'm just gonna keep pushing. Like I said, there's some touch up on these doors that need to be touched up. So there's always a bunch to do. There's a lot of little things, and I'll just keep you updated. Okay, update video. Where we've been since I filmed last. Okay, still gotta mop this, but we're waiting until this is last. Doing a final mop on this room. Got the window locks in, got the window cleaned. Got the door striker fixed where it latches. That room was a lot of work. Put a new door handle in here. Got the light switch cover in here. This room will be a final clean at the end. Smoke detectors in. Doors touched up. Window locks are in. Windows clean. Ceiling fans clean. Still got to change that one window right there, but I could do that from the outside. He's going to do a final wipe in here. And then when this is final wiped, then we are closing this door off to stay out of these two rooms. And then, because we got the trim done in there, move the glass in the closet so we don't kick it and break it. Started to put the window locks in here, picking up in here so we can get the trim on around the base. We'll have that done tomorrow. Still got this ceiling fan to clean. I'm taking that home with me today because I need it tonight. What's that? My air compressor. He got the ceiling fan in, looking all pretty. That is a pretty ceiling fan. Still got to put baseboard in here. Then this needs sweep, but this room will be complete other than the trim. I put a smoke detector in there. I've got more I'm going to put in. I'm going to put one right here above this door. And I think I'm going to go ahead and install another one right there. So it'll give me 4 smoke detectors in this house. I think that'd be plenty. Because the central air and heat's in the attic. But down to the kitchen, living room, and then we'll have those rooms knocked out quickly tomorrow because those don't need a lot of scrubbing again. Oh yeah, he Yeah, look at that. He scrubbed and cleaned. That drawer was busted. One of them drawers was busted. And that drawer was busted. So we repaired that drawer, one of them drawers, and that drawer right there. And he scrubbed and cleaned all the cabinets inside and out, which is nice because I really didn't want to have to paint them. Are they perfect? No. Are they good enough for a renter and someone that would move in and not say, oh, these are disgusting? Yes, because there's a little bit of water staining down there at the bottom here, very little, and there's a little imperfection right there. Not enough damage to the cabinets to make them need repainted. So I'm glad we didn't have to do that because that saved me a lot of time. Saved us both a lot of time. But this window still needs repaired and painted around it. So once that's complete, we can clean off the counter, get it all nice and sparkly shiny. And this floor here will sweep and mop. That floor will sweep and mop. That floor will sweep and mop once the trim's in, and then the ceiling fan's clean, and all the window locks in, and then this will be done. Then we move outside, and we'll start cleaning out the garage, cutting down the trees, cleaning up the property, making the property look presentable, start taking the fence down, moving the fence, because I'm pushing, hoping to get this done tomorrow, because I'm going to another house that I've been working on, off and on for 4 months. Well, not really working off and on. Waited for a roof, got the roof done, stripped all the paint off the house, painted the house, but I didn't film any of it. But when we get to that house, I'll show you all what's been done. So as of right now, I'm gonna end this right here and we'll come back tomorrow. All right, here's where we're at. This is the next day. So we've been working hard. I'll show you what we got accomplished. Okay, this is the living room. As you can tell, we've now got the baseboards in all the ways around. So looking pretty good. This floor, had to hand scrub it because there was like a little trail from the kitchen this way and then down. Not terrible, not as bad as the rest of them, but it was pretty bad. Got my smoke detector in, got my windows locked. Got this window to open and close. That one's pretty tight. I removed the deals on the side of the house. I'm gonna try to pry this window open from the outside. The other one's not gonna be able to because they're stuck pretty good. They painted them shut. Ceiling fan's cleaned up, looking good. So we're pretty much down to, this room is complete. So we don't have to do anything in here. Unless it looks like it could use one more wipe down. This room looks like it could use one more wipe down. But the bathroom needs a wipe down. The hall could use a wipe down. This room looks really, really good. And it smells tolerable. It smells pretty good in here. Not nowhere near as bad as it was. So at least it can actually be livable. So we'll do one more wipe through the whole house with the floor sweep. And he's got the sink cleaned, got the stove cleaned, got this floor swept. The counter's done, that window's in, sink's clean. That sink was covered in a lot of paint. It needs one more wipe through because of course we had to work on the window. So sweeping the back porch right now, and I think that's about where we're at now, other than moving outside. Oh, you got the light fixture. Sweet. Okay, so just a little bit of here and a little bit there. We're done with the vacuum sweeper, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll show you the end results on the outside when we get there. All right, final results in the house. Looking pretty good in here. Replace that window. Got this room mopped again. Bathroom's wiped out. This room is gonna, actually this room's done, so we don't do anything with it. Hallway, doing a final wipe. Doing a final wipe. Got the stove all cleaned up. I don't know if I already said that or not. It's a pretty silly fan. But yeah, looking pretty good. Happy with it. Took a while, but we got it. Took down all these light fixtures and got rid of that cord that was a no-no. I did get this unhooked, so there is wire nuts in here, and it is live, but they are capped. They're cut back to the insulation and the wire nut on top, and I'm going to get a cover to put on top of that. So that's what I got to do out here. At the side view, got all the trash picked up in the yard. Got all the trash picked up over here. But we're still working on the garage. So we'll keep going. Okay, we are out here outside. This is a dumpster. It's pretty well full. Can't even install any more in it. Looking pretty good. I like how the house turned out. I like not having those things on the house. Weed eated. Took down pulled a lot of the vines off the house. You know, so I got those windows fixed. Disconnected that wire. Put these strips on here because this deck was pretty slick. Knocked all the weeds down that was back here. Cut down the trees that was growing around the garage. So got quite a bit picked up out in here in the yard. It was quite a bit. So I got all this cut up and cleaned up, weed eated, mowed up. Well, didn't mow it, but weed eated it. But man, this is a nice looking house. So the only problem is the dumpster being as full as it is. In this garage, it had quite a bit in it. I wish I had a light to show you. There was 2 rugs in here. This has still got quite a bit of hay back here because this is a dog was living in here, and it's nowhere near as full as it was. But there's still some trash. Not very much. You know, if they smashed all these boxes down, they can get them out of here. Another dumpster. It won't even fill another dumpster. So I'm gonna talk to my boss and see what he wants to do with that. Just leave it. His place was so bad. He had bags, literally bags. He was saving animal feces. Just saving animal feces. I don't get it. So I really don't understand what was going on with this guy's mind. This is insane. Yep. Okay, but I don't know what was going on. If it was his health, I don't know. But to keep animal bags of cat poop for no reason makes no sense to me. But this house is now livable, clean, safe to walk in, kids to play. Found a way to cap this off and got that on there. It's not going anywhere, so I'm happy with that. So that's the end of this video right here. He's got one more board he's screwing to the fence because when I kicked open the gate, I broke the board in half, so we're just going to replace it with another one. I'm not doing the fence today. I'm going to wait until the property next door gets started. But as soon as he gets done with that, we'll go from there. So I want to thank you all for watching. Please like, share, and comment, and have a great day, and God bless you.